I just wanted to say that it's a dream come true to be standing here saying those words. More or less a dream come true. Technically in my dream I'm not actually saying hello Some-Antics, I'm saying hello Glastonbury. Also, I've just sold 30 million copies of my latest album. And the crowd are all chanting my name. And I'm not standing, I'm sitting on a golden throne. And in between songs, backing dancers are dropping grapes into my mouth. Now that I think about it, it is actually quite an egotistical dream. I should probably talk to a therapist about it. Recently, I started to worry that I was becoming a very boring person. Middle age was approaching, steady, solid life. The biggest thrills in my life were complaining about the weather and picking up litter that had blown into my garden, and then complaining about the litter. So I decided to make my life more exciting, I would take up some dangerous, thrill-seeking hobbies. And it worked, it really did. And so far, my favourite high-octane, high-danger hobby that I've taken up is going to museums. Now, obviously I don't go to museums to learn anything, that would be absurd. I go to museums because I love the section, and every museum has this section now, where kids write on post-it notes their answers to very serious, deep questions. I went to the Justice Museum in Nottingham, and they asked children, what is the one change you would like to see in the world? Now, some of these children were precocious, so their answers were an end to racism, or protecting women's rights. Others went for a more selfish approach, a worldwide ban on algebra. One kid had slightly misunderstood the premise of the question, because their answer was, Leicester City will always kick Nottingham Forest bar. Worryingly, there was a couple of kids that were clearly part of the same religious cult, because their answer was exactly the same, which is, we are taught to love each other by Harry Styles. Clearly Harry Styles is a very powerful cult leader. Finally, there was the answer written by a pretend child. The one change I would like to see in the world is a return to the standards of decency and honour that existed in an age before mobile phones became our main source of entertainment. Macy, age 6. Well, sure, Granddad, your 6-year-old wrote that. The other thing I'm doing to make my life more exciting is trying to become famous. Now, you may be thinking, you know, fame isn't always cracked up to be. There's a lot of problems with celebrity. But I know for a fact that celebrities' lives are perfect. I actually read that fact in a magazine that was about celebrities, so I think it knows what it's talking about. So, to try and become famous, I applied for every TV show out there. And I had a big pile of rejections, but the one that hurt the most was from Love Island. I really thought I was going to get on the show. I'd sent them a lovely picture of me in my W.H. Smith work uniform. I mean, I don't know if I've been misinformed, but I've heard there was nothing hotter than a man in uniform. I was wrong. So in the end I got desperate and I applied to be on Crime Watch. Even then I screwed up my application, because when the application form asked if I had a criminal record I put no. So it's a shame I didn't go on Love Island, because obviously you'd think the opposite from looking at me, but I've actually become a romantic expert. I've come up with a surefire, guaranteed way of working out within 5 minutes whether a date is going well. Basically, if the person you're on a date with is still there after 5 minutes, better than usual. I mean, 10 minutes and I'm down on one knee proposing. Actually, I've got a similar method for working out whether my comedy open mic 5 minutes set's going well. If the audience is still there, I mean, today looks better than usual. So, thank you, Glastonbury. Just got time for one more song. If you know the words, you can sing along. I mean, you obviously do, because I've sold 30 million albums. Sorry, I just went off into imaginary world again there. Where am I? Oh yes, I'm at Some-Antics. Well, you've been my dream audience, Some-Antics. Thank you for listening.